Hello and welcome to my vintage Schumacher RC video. We are covering drive shafts and the assembly of drive shafts with the universal joint. Standard method: warm up your drive shafts with boiling hot water for at least 5 minutes. You need to soften up the plastic. Easiest method: boiling hot water. Then grab a pair of pliers and spread them legs. Grab your metal universal joint while the drive shaft is still warm from the hot water. Try and shove it in. I use my basic tool of my bony fingers. I shove it as hard as possible. Get it as much in there as possible. Then grab yourself a tool. This spanner I've got here, too wide. It won't slot in between the plastic and the metal. So it needs to be a good thickness. Then I grab my proper one, which is my OS spanner, 5mm. Fits a treat. Then again, you need to use a little bit. You need to use a little bit of strength, which doesn't always help because you can damage stuff. But you've got to be a mixture of careful and strength and boiling water and tool, clearly. So once you've got your method, it actually becomes a lot easier. It becomes, more you do, easier it gets. So hot water, warm up your plastic, spread out your legs, but don't snap them off. It is possible to snap them off. I've done this. So if you don't warm them up, you will snap your leg off. You don't want to do that to your drive shaft. You need to. Then you grab your tool and you shove it in. That's it. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. The key is warm up your plastic drive shaft. They are very pliable when they're warm. Not too hot because you need to grab them with your fingers, and that's not helpful if you burn them. So not too hot. Anyway, next stage. These ones are quite awkward because the universal joint rolls around in your fingers, and when you're trying to fit another part onto them, they move. So I used a method of a small screwdriver, and it stops it from moving. So we'll show that again because that was a bit quick. I'll slow this next one down so the viewer can see a lot easier. Very difficult to film. You must appreciate that. It's not an easy job, and it's difficult to film. So anyway, again, we're going to grab the fitted universal joint, which is in part of the drive shaft already. These are the gearbox drive shafts. So prior part, standard. Warm up with hot water, standard. So we're sticking to the same method every time. Pry the legs. Now shove a tool behind the universal joint to stop it from moving. You need to stop that little pesky thing from moving, but you need to give yourself enough room to apply the other section of drive shaft. So once you've pushed it on, then you're free. You remove your tool, but remember your parts are still warm from the hot water. So now grab your little tool and get ready to push that pin in. Technically you get one go while it's warm, so if it won't go in, you're going to have to put it back in hot water, and then give it a nice firm shove with them fingers, and that's it. We're done. And now we've only got the section of drive shaft with the wheels. So this is the gearbox section, and that's it. Short video to show you my method of connecting up drive shafts and universal joints. Thanks for watching, and laters.